Hello, this is Bindu Kumar here. Let's solve this question together. In the following arithmetic progressions, find the missing terms in the boxes. So here, they are already saying that this list of numbers is an arithmetic progression, right? We just have to find the missing terms. So what do we have here? A1 is unknown, A2 is equal to 38, A3, A4 and A5 are unknown, and the value of A6 is minus 22. Okay, so first let's write down what we know from this question. Okay, so we have the value of A, or it is also called as A1, equals unknown. Okay, so I'll draw a line here. Next, A2 equals 38. Next we have A3, which is unknown, A4, which is unknown, A5, which is also unknown, and finally we have A6, which is equal to minus 22. So to solve this, we need to remember our equation for an arithmetic progression, right? So a set of numbers, say A1, A2, A3, are said to be in arithmetic progression if they're of the form A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on. So here in the question, they have already said this is an arithmetic progression, which means this formula should apply for this list of numbers. Okay, so let's apply this formula. First, A1. A1 we do not know the value, so we will write it as this. A2. The value for, or the formula for A2 will be A2 equals A plus D, where D is the common difference. And you can see that formula here, A2 equals A plus D. Similarly, we will write the formula for the rest of the numbers. A3 equal to A plus 2D. A4 equals A plus 3D. A5 equals A plus 4D. A6 equals A plus 5D. Okay. Now let's start substituting whatever values we know. Okay. So in the first equation, we really don't have any value for this. So we will leave it as this. We will move on to the next equation. We know the value of A2 is 38, right? That's already given in the question. So we'll write 38 equal to A plus D. Now A3, we don't know the value. So we'll write A3 equal to A plus 2D, or actually let's not write anything because we do not know the value of A3 or A or D, right? Similarly, we do not know the value of A4, A5. Okay, and we will jump to the last equation, which is A6. Right? So here in A6, we know the value of A6. It's actually minus 22 as per the question. So we can write minus 22 equal to A plus 5D. Okay, so now let us look at this equation, right? If you look at all the equations, how many equations do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 equations. So we'll have to start using one of these equations to go further, correct? But how do we choose this equation, right? There is a very simple method for it. Okay, so what you do is you look at every equation. For example, do we know the value of A1 in the first equation? No, we do not, right? Let's move on to the second equation. Here we do not know the value of A and D. In the third equation, we don't know the value of A3, A and D. So similarly, I will start putting an X for each of the equation where I do not know some values. Okay. Now to the final equation. Final equation, there are only two unknowns. So if you see here, these two equations, which is the second and the sixth one, have the least number of unknown values. But compared that to the other equations, there are three unknowns, three unknowns, three unknowns, but this only has two unknowns, which means we can use this to solve something, right? So we will use these two equations. So let me erase this quickly. Okay, so now what we will do is, in the second equation, I will write 38 equals a plus d, but then we will try to find the value of a, right? Or in other words, I'll just keep a on one side, keep everything else to the other side. So we will balance the equation. I want to remove the d here, so I'll write a minus d. And whatever I do on the right hand side of the equation, I'll do it on the left hand side of the equation also. So now simplifying it, we have plus d and minus d, which will cancel out each other. So we get 38 minus d equals a, or it can also be written as a equals 38 minus d. Okay, so we will keep this equation here. It's not complete yet, but it can be used in the last equation. So how do we do that? Now let's substitute the value of a here. So we'll write minus 2 equals, the value of a as found out in this equation is 38 minus d plus 5d. Okay, so which can be written as minus 22 equals 38 minus d plus 5d. So we have minus d and plus 5d, which become 4d. So which equals minus 22 equals 38 plus 4d. Okay, now let's keep the value of d on one side and move everything to other on the other side. So we can do this by balancing the equation. So again, minus 22 equals 38 plus 4d. I want to remove this 38, which is a plus 38. So what we'll do, we will add a minus 38 here, and I'll balance it on the other side also. So we cancel out the plus 38 and minus 38. We are left with minus 22 and minus 38 added together. We get 60, which is minus 60. Okay, so I'll write minus 60 equals 4d. 4d is what was left. Now I want to remove the 4, so I will divide by 4, or in other words, multiply by 1 by 4. So I'll do that on the other side of the equation also. Actually, let me write it again. Let me write it in a fresh line. So we have 60 here minus 60. So we can write minus 60 into 1 by 4 equals 4d into 1 by 4. So whatever we do on the left hand side, we should do it on the right hand side also. So now 4 and 4 cancel out each other. Here too we have 4 into 1 equal to 4. 20 carry over, we have 5. Okay, which is 1, 5, 15. And please pay attention to the sign here, it is minus. So we get d equals minus 15. Okay, so we have successfully calculated the value of d as minus 15. So let's start substituting the value of d in the rest of the equations. Okay, so what we will do is, let's start with the second equation. We have a equals, actually now if you notice, we have a equals 38 minus d, and what is a? A is the same as a1. So we can actually write this formula here, right? We can say A equals 38 minus D, right? So A equals 38 minus the value of D is minus 15, okay, which equals 38 plus 15. So let's quickly add 38 plus 15. We have 8 plus 5, which is equal to 13. We have 53, which is plus 53. So the value of A is 53. Okay, moving on to the second equation. Second equation, we don't have to do anything because we already have the value of A to us 38. Let's move on to the third equation. The third equation is A3 equals A plus 2D. Okay, we just now found the value of A to be 53. 53 plus 2 into the value of D is minus 15. Let me erase this line so it's easier. Minus 15. Okay, let's continue. 53. 2 into 15 equal to 30, which is minus 30. So let's quickly subtract 53 minus 30. We get 23, which is plus 23. So the value of A3 equal to 23. Similarly, let's calculate for A4 also. So A4 equals again A plus 3D. The value of A is 53 plus 3 into D, which is minus 15, which equals 53 plus 3 into 15 equal to minus 45, which equals 53 minus 45, which equals, so if we have 53 minus 45, we have 13 minus 5, which is 8, and then we have 4 and 4, which cancel out, so we have plus 8. So the value of A4 is 8. Similarly, let's calculate A5 also. A5 equals 53 plus 4 into minus 15, which equals 53 plus, let's calculate 15 into 4, which I believe is 60, but let me be sure. 5 into 4 equal to 20, and 4 plus 4 into 1 equal to 4 plus 2, 5, 6, so it is 60. And mind you, it is minus 60, right? So we have 53 minus 60. So the value of A5 equal to minus 7, because here it is minus 60. The larger number has the sign minus or a negative number. So we have minus 7. So let's use this to fill in the blanks here, right, in the question. So we'll write the answer here. So the value of A is 53. The value of A2 is 38. The value of A3 is 23. Value of A4 is 8. Oops, sorry. It's supposed to be 8. And the value of A5 is minus 7. So with this, we can say that the list of numbers or the list of missing terms are 53, 23, 8, and minus 7. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you find it useful. Remember to like, subscribe, and click on the bell button to get notified of new videos.